So this is an 8 inches dick, and I think this is like a 6 inches dick. So basically,
So
if you
you can actually
notice,
just spot and know
exactly,
what
and if you
inches.
notice,
I'm asking you just running. You doesn't know and doesn't know what inches it.
of course, you like I've been doing this for a long time, so I know the different sizes.
Different sizes of dicks. Yeah.
Exactly. So now, if you notice,
You guys learn foreplay for what it is. It's not about take your trousers off and get into the woman. And then tomorrow you come back and send me a message because you want aphrodisiac. My girl does not get wet. Why does she not get wet? What do you do to arouse her in the first place?
as we all know, the clit is very sensitive. Every action you do on the clit either arouses the lady or it just puts the lady off. So what happens here with this one is that when you're trying to arouse your partner, you put it on and you put it directly on the lady's clit. This totally arouses the woman.
Look at this. Tell me, if you see this anywhere and someone tells you I have a vibrator, would you believe the person?
No. But what's that like? What's that like?
Josh
Exactly?
might not be okay with his girlfriend having a vibrator and she likes it. Baby girl, buy a makeup brush.
Personally, I like hearing things. I like when my man or somebody that I'm having sex with particularly just says something that arouses me, talk to me, talk dirty to me.
Like what? Like what? Give us examples. Welcome to J Squad Entertainment. My name is Josh, aka Mr. J Squad, and right now in the studio today we have a very interesting topic today, all about sex education, which is about sex toys. So right now I've in the studio with me really important people who are actually sex vendors, who actually sell sex toys, and are gonna teach us and give us more information about sex toys. So in the studio with me on my left we actually have.
Well, my name is Pizza and I am the CEO Drips of PH. Yes, and I am glad to be here.
Yeah. Glad to have you on. And the next person we have.
Hi guys, my name is Peaceable Manu and you can find me on Instagram as Kinky Corner.
King Corner. All right, cool. All right, so basically right now we are talking about sex toys, and we know you guys are one of the premium vendors of sex toys, and you guys have a lot of knowledge about it. But before we start, like, how long have you guys been selling sex toys for?
Okay, so since the interview started, you've been saying sex toy vendors, sex toy vendors. I don't like to be tagged sex toy vendor.
Okay.
I rather would want to say I am a sex therapist in training because for me it goes beyond just selling the items.
All right.
Because before you can say, oh, this toy will be perfect for you, it takes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know what works for the person, what gets the person to the mood. I mean, there's a lot to learn about it. And I mean, if someone is putting effort, money to train in this, I don't think I want to be called just a sex toy vendor for more than
Okay. But the highlight of this topic today basically is about sex toys itself. You understand? So, and hence my highlight on that particular aspect of it. So before we begin, what is a sex toy?
A sex toy can be defined as a specific tool that a person uses during sex. It can simply be defined as that.
So just during sex it can happen, basically.
During sex or any time where a person is going or doing something related to a sexual activity.
All right. Drip, do you have any other definition for sex toy?
Well, not too far from what she has said. Like she said, there are devices, there are instruments, there are whatever you want to call it, that you use for your sexual pleasure, right? It could be alone, it could be with somebody, it could be however you want to use. Basically, you're trying to arrive somewhere. And sex toys come in different types. They have vibrators, they have dildos, they have strap-ons, they have male masturbators, they have prostrates, vibrators, they have a lot of them. So choose what works for you, basically, and then get to enjoy it when you want to pick a sex toy that works for you.
Okay, so let's talk about like types of sex toys. All right. So I'm sure when everybody talks about sex toys, I think the first thing they think about is a dildo. You know?
Yeah.
Or I guess am I wrong about that part? But I think that's one of the major things that people tend to see about like sex toys and everything. But I believe there's a lot more to it. I guess so. I just want you to educate us basically. I know you guys brought a couple of samples in here basically with us in the studio. So can you educate us basically on what are the type of sex toys what is it that is your favorite? What do you think is like what does what and why? And can you just give us a breakdown on
All
these
right,
things?
sure.
So I don't know who wants to start though. Just a PH.
Okay. So, well, there are a lot of toys, a lot.
All right.
But I think not sync, but toys are basically categorized, like I said earlier, vibrators, dildos, strap-ons. All of these are types. Now there are 1,001 types of vibrators. We have a couple of samples here, and I will pick them up one after another. When I talked earlier, I said you need to know what works for you so you know how to go about it. There are ladies that will tell you that, oh, my cleat doesn't work. Don't touch my cleat, you're hurting me. Whereas your ex-girlfriend was really cool with you touching her cleat. Now, there is a type of vibrator called the cleat stimulator. And I have a couple of cleat stimulators here, and I will show just two of them. So, can I call you Rose is right here. That's what I like to call her.
Can I call you Rose, baby?
Yes, this is a Rose vibrator. I'm going to explain this one. Maybe Peace will explain one or two other ones. But these are suckers. So like
So it means suckers. What do they suck?
Every vibrator has a different name that works for them. Suckers are basically for your cleat. So if you pay attention to this very one, you'll see that there's a tiny hole somewhere. And when you turn it on, it's on right now. If someone holds this vibrator, you'll be wondering what exactly is this vibrator doing for you. You don't feel any motion here. That's because the action is in here. If you put your hand in here, Josh, I mean like you would feel the vibration. This is meant just for the cleat. Some persons like to get adventurous and put this into the vagina at their own risk. No one is advising you to do that. This is also another type of sucker. This one is called the rose sucker. This is the one that I know 1,001 girls really, really would want to go for because of how amazing it is. It's also still the cleat thing. When you hold the vibrator, you don't feel what's going on the outside. That's because the action is in here, where the cleat is supposed to, get into. So this is a kind of vibrator referred to as cleat stimulator. I think there are a couple of others that let me allow Peace mention one or two of them.
Yeah.
The other types of sex toys we have here, we have the dildo, this one.
Let me help you.
I thought you already picked.
And then we have the strap.
Yeah, sure.
So basically, this is a wand. We call it a wand because I really do not understand that name, but it does look like a stick actually. So what happens here is this particular one, when you're using it, you use it on the clit. As we all know, the clit is very sensitive. Every action you do on the clit either arouses the lady or it just puts the lady off. So what happens here with this one is that when you're trying to arouse your partner, you put it on. I don't think it's charged there. Anyways, you put it on and you put it directly on the lady's clit. This totally arouses the woman. And then the second thing we have here is the dildo. Now we all know what the dildo does because it's self-explanatory. This one looks like a dick because it's supposed to do the function of a dick. For those people that like inserting, those people that just like going directly into the, should I say it? Can I say
Yeah,
it?
go ahead. Yeah, there's a sex education.
Into the fuckery of the whole play. People that like, inserting, people that like it when you can literally go deep inside.
Basically prepare your G-spot.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah, this is what you
exactly.
use to get it.
And now this is the strap. For those people that have not seen the strap, I think, yeah. This is for the woman and woman type of sex. We have lesbians. Let's not forget them. So,
It's
basically,
just women that use that.
well, basically it's women, but some men actually go and explore deep into the whole sex thing, and then some men actually use it as well. But most people that use it are women. Now, this is the strap. This is a better view of the strap. You put the strap on your waist, and then you attach the dildo to the strap.
That's one. This one is a fun.
I think this is
No,
like
no, 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 the other one.
oh. This one is attached to the strap. All right, so this is an 8 inches dick, and I think this is like a 6 inches dick. So basically,
So
if you
you can
notice,
actually just spot and know
exactly,
what
and if you
inches.
notice,
She has been doing it for a while.
I'm asking you just running. You doesn't know and doesn't know what inches it is.
of course, you like I've been doing this for a long time, so I know the different sizes.
Different sizes of dicks. Yeah.
Exactly. So now, if you notice,
Yeah,
these dicks are shaped different. Their lengths are also different because that's what basically sex toys are for. There are people that like things different, and then the sex toys are designed to, okay, this is what you like. So let us give you what you like. There's some people that like it short, some people like it long, some people like it big, some people like it slim. So this is just how I can best describe this for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Dribs. Anything else you want to show us or anything?
Well, I think you said basically a lot.
A lot of things.
I think we skipped one very important guy here.
All right.
I call him my favorite.
Okay.
Because I don't know about anybody else. If you want to go down that road, I feel like we should get all the way down that road. And that's the rabbit vibrator.
A rabbit vibrator.
Yes, I personally like the rabbit vibrator for two reasons. For one reason, because the fun does not just stop at the clit or at the penetration, it's everywhere. So you turn on your rabbit vibrator. So yes, I like this guy for 1,001 reasons, and I'll tell you one of it. It's because it's not selfish about what it gives to you, the kind of pleasure it gives to you. Some vibrators will concentrate on the clit, some will concentrate on the G spot, the dildo will just go in there. But this guy is paying attention to everything that concerns your vagina. So this part would get to rest on the clit, and then this part goes into the G spot. So another amazing thing about this vibrator is that you can use it both as a dildo and as a vibrator. So this is a dildo right now. It's not vibrating. You can do what you want to do, how you want to do, when you want to do with it. At the same time, you can turn it on and let it do the work. Now, there are different moves to this vibration thing. This particular vibrator has 30 vibrations, but everything about this guy is on the move. And that's what makes it amazing.
So you're saying basically that the top part and the clip part all vibrating at the same time, yeah?
You want to have a feel of it.
I'd have a glove, some wearing gloves.
I could get you one.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, that's great. So, I'll wait for
You can keep explaining.
But when you hold it, I want you to feel what's going on here,
Mm-hmm.
and what's going on here, and what's going on everywhere on the vibrator, and tell me if you like it.
If I like it, I mean.
I'd like to know if you like it.
All right.
There you go.
So basically, yeah, you said that there's a vibrating here and here.
Everything is working together for your good, for your pleasure.
So I'm assuming basically that when you're holding this, basically this is just you're also like doing this, or you just leave it in and then allow it to vibrate.
That's why I said it's amazing. If you turn it off, you can do what you just demonstrated. Also, when it's vibrating, you can either do that or just let it work, and it will give you maximum satisfaction as you want it.
All right, perfect.
That's why it's amazing.
So,
That's why
and this is your favorite, yeah?
that's my favorite.
All right. All right. So, what's your favorite? What's your favorite type of sex toy?
I'm introduce you to the wand.
The wand.
Yes.
Why is it okay? Yeah, let's continue. Why is it your favorite?
Why? Because basically I have discovered that I am an oral person. I get turned on by just touching my clit. Yeah, I said that in public. So what I have already mentioned what it does, right? So we all know why it is my favorite. So let's end
It's
it
your favorite because of the fact that it focuses on your.
on your clit.
Okay.
And I'm a clit person. Thank you very much.
Alright, that's cool. That's great. And then, so generally, tell me. So, what is the like? How do you know what sex toy is best for each individual? Like you said, for example, like yours is more about your clits and stuff.
Yes.
So, like, what do you know? Like, how do you know what is the best sex toy for you? Like, what do you guys think is the best way for you to know? Like, when, like for example, when you have a client, like someone wants something. Like, how do you go about to like be like, okay, this is the best thing for you, or how do you know? How does someone explore? Or they just keep trying different things? Do they know what is the best thing for themselves, or what would you say?
If I was a selfish person, I would say try everything. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Put more money in my pocket. And trust me, I can convince you to use any kind of toy. you're seated next to me right now, I can actually convince you to get half of the toy on this table for your babes. Because I'll tell you, this is what works, this is what works, this is what works. You're convinced, you're getting it. But I am not that kind of person. When you come to me and you need a toy, I'll ask you what works for you. Some persons will tell you, don't touch my nipples, it doesn't help. Don't touch my clit, it messes me up. I don't like it. I'm sure peace cannot relate to that. Because that's what gives her joy. But there are people like that. So when some person comes to you, what exactly works for you? Oh, my clit does not work. Oh, that's great. It means you need something that will go straight into. Does your G spot work? Oh, my G spot works. Does your A spot work? You find out the spots. Some of them don't even know. That's when you get to lecture. That's why I said this thing goes beyond just selling the toy. Because if you don't know, you cannot recommend. You need the research. You need the practical. You need the experience for it. So yes, you want to get the vibrator. Is your clit sensitive enough to handle a vibrator? Some persons will tell you, yes, my clit is sensitive, but I cannot stand the vibration from a wand. I don't blame them. Give them something lighter. Give them a bullet. Because the vibration that comes out of one sex toy is not the same with the other. The vibration that comes out of a battery-powered sex toy is not what comes out of a rechargeable powered sex toy. So, basically, what works for you? A man comes to me and tells me, I want to try something new. I would ask him, have you ever tried a vibrator? Yes, men are allowed to vibrate too. You want to ask me where? The anus is allowed to vibrate. The balls are allowed to vibrate. Everywhere is allowed. Have you ever heard about cock rings? So at first, when I started learning about cock rings were just about putting the ring. It's like a ring, right? You put it on the cock, and then some person says the feeling it gives is different. But you realize right now that there is more than just that circle ring that holds the what's it called? The dick. There is now the one that there's a cock ring that comes with a bag for the balls. And guess what? It vibrates.
As in a bag for balls. What do you mean?
Yes. When I say a bag, it's like, how do I explain this? There's a ring and then there's an attachment that holds the balls in the
sack.
Yes, it holds it in the sack, sort of. Right? So all of that vibrates. You would say, God forbid, I can literally hear every guy in this room saying, God forbid, that will never be me. But it's not gay to try something new. It is not gay to be experimental. It is not gay to be adventurous. If I am with my man and he tells me, oh babe, I'd like you to, what's the word now? To kiss my ass. I would want to kiss that ass if the ass is clean enough.
Thank you. Emphasis on clean enough. You sanitize that.
To go down on a woman is not sure of her sexual status. What's it called?
Clean. How clean she is, yeah.
How clean she is.
So basically, I said that girls like to kiss ass.
Actually,
Or lick ass. Or basically, yeah.
some like to kiss ass.
First of all, what works for you? Someone reached out to me recently and she says she's a beginner lesbian and she tried having sex with somebody and it was painful that she was the only one who did everything. She doesn't want to be a lesbian anymore. I'm like, that's not the height of it. You haven't even experienced the real thing. In this thing, they have the subordinates, they have the submissive rather, and then they have the dominant. You probably might be the dominant, and because you might be the submissive, but because she made you do everything, you might want to give up easily.
Yeah.
No, that's not where it ends. So if you use a sex toy that you are not sure it's not working the way, it does not mean you should write off sex toys at the end of the day.
Okay.
Find the one that works for you.
Okay, fair enough. So, Pete, how would you incorporate sex toys into into foreplay and sexual like activities? Like, how do you incorporate the sex toys and everything? Basically, what would you say in that?
So to cram it all up, I would say find your G spot. Get to know what she said. I don't really have anything to add to what she said. Find what works for you. Find the part of your body that, okay, in layman terms, find the part of your body that vibrates, that makes you want to come. Because if I begin to speak English, a whole lot of things will be misinterpreted. So, she also mentioned that there are different types of G spots and A spots. For men, it's probably the anus. And then for women, we have the G spots, we have the clits, we have so on and so forth. But find what works for you. Some people actually like their nipples instead of penetration, instead of oral. They just like to be sucked. So yes, in that aspect, the rose vibrator would do a very good job, as well as the one
So
vibrator.
how would you like incorporate foreplay?
Foreplay.
Sex toys into the foreplay.
Okay.
That's what I was asking.
Okay. So when it comes to foreplay, I don't want to go too far, but let us just start with the definition of foreplay. Now, foreplay is the activities that you do before the whole sex takes place. A lot of people don't understand that what you do, how you do it, how you talk before the sex, it turns people on. It makes people want to have sex. Me particularly, I like to hear when I say we now, I feel like the whole center will be on me. But I want to use myself as example, because just like what I like, there's so many people that like the same thing. Yeah. So me personally, I like hearing things. I like when my man or somebody that I'm having sex with particularly just says something that arouses me, talk to me, talk dirty to me.
Like what? Like what? Give us examples.
No,
Because because don't forget. Because everything now. Listen, don't forget.
You don't need to put me more out there.
You don't have to. Wait, hold on. It's not just about you. Like you said, it's about other girls out there that like you.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So I'm asking because this is a sex education topic. You're educating people about sex. Do you understand? So what are the things? Because we're still learning here.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because people also want to do. Viewers are going to watch this and want to learn. So people want to learn what to say, what to do. So what kind of things basically? It doesn't be particularly you, but what do you kind of things that like being heard or said or prefer, or let's say girls in general, would like to hear in this situation. Let's put it that way.
Me personally, I like using this word.
Okay, I like it. So let's go back to that.
I like dirty talk.
Okay, like what?
Talk dirty to me.
Like what?
Tell me all the things you want to do to me. Like
no. No, go ahead.
You could also do more research, or you could do more research.
You can't research.
Researches. That's okay. That's fine. But when they say dirty talk, this is what it constitutes of, and I think that's enough for everybody. So,
and then you mentioned about like so basically it's about whip. So I guess the whipping part and everything comes with the BDSM part. So I guess that's also obviously your sex toys are going to use in the incorporate. So can you tell us more about that part?
Yes. So when you talk about did we talk about role plays?
Not specifically, but you can highlight on that a bit more.
What was it that we talked about, or we are talking about?
Incorporating sex toys into foreplay and sexual activities. Yeah. So
to me, these are things that you do before sex. Now, as for the BDSM parts, these are okay. For people to talk about BDSM, someone would just think, oh, it's about bondage, or it's about being dominant and being submissive. It's more than that. It's so much more than that. The act of you letting yourself, maybe you can be a dominant person in reality, but allowing yourself to be submissive to this one person, I don't know, but this act or this act turns me on, and I believe it turns so many other people on. Like when you talk about BDSM, there's a particular kit for it that constitutes of the handcuff, the bondage, the gag, even you can find a rope there. So now when you actually use these things on someone, when you try to tie someone down, when you try to gag their mouth, when you try to whip them, it's not about the act, it's about what you're doing to the person's mind. And to me, that is what the oh God, I don't.
How you compare the foreplay into the?
That is what the foreplay is about. You know, what you do to the person's mind, how you make the person interested in having sex, or trying to like increase the interest before sex. So that's it.
Okay, fair enough. Anything you want to add, or just
Of
gonna?
course, I always want to add to this particular conversation because I am a sucker for foreplay.
It's soccer, yeah.
Yes,
Okay, good. That makes sense.
and I will say this while we're on this conversation, guys. You are, I mean, like, can you guys learn foreplay for what it is? It's not about take your trousers off and get into the woman, and then tomorrow you come back and send me a message because you want aphrodisiac. My girl does not get wet. Why does she not get wet? What do you do to arouse her in the first place? You know, unlike a man, he thinks about sex. He's hard. It's not like that with us. We want to get in the mood. We want you to. Someone told me today you didn't make too much shakara. Yes, that's how my tongue used to come. It takes a while. I am a woman for crying out loud. Pay attention to details. Know what gives me joy in the bedroom. That's why foreplay is necessary, right? You do foreplay, Josh. I can tell you when you're ready to go in there, you obviously will not need a lubricant. You will not need all those extras, your saliva and all of those things. You maybe for some persons because it has lasted for a long time, you end up would want to need all of these things. But
Yeah.
first, what is foreplay? Foreplay is that build up to the men process. And while you are building up, pay attention to what works. If she likes her nipples to be sucked, please for crying out loud, suck her nipples. Talking about inculcating sex toys into foreplays, right? Are you aware that there are toys now for the nipples that has
Yeah.
nothing to do with this ones on this table?
Yeah. What are they? Is it the
Okay,
nipple
so
clips or
there's this
something?
toy I recently purchased for sale. I love these China people. They're amazing. I don't know how their minds work, but I mean, if this is just someone sitting down and building all of this, he needs all the credit in the world. I got this particular toy that I'll try and explain it. It comes like you know when a lady's breastfeeding, there's this breast cup, right?
Mm.
Okay, so this toy comes as a breast cup and also a vagina cover. And in these three instruments, they have bullets attached to them. Now, the moment you plug this bullet, you know what the bullet does in the normal day. I don't need to
Yeah.
go into that.
Yeah.
The bullet vibrates in a very interesting way. So the moment these things are plugged and then you put them there, it is another level. It is not. It is not. It should not always be one particular way. That's why foreplay is important. I've never heard before that the way you foreplayed yesterday is the way you foreplay tomorrow. If yesterday we foreplayed and then the next thing we had sex, no toy was introduced into it. Tomorrow, let's get the toys in. I don't think there's any toy that should be left out when it comes to foreplay. Every toy is welcome to the table. So from there, like I said, it's a build up. It moves from there into something else. We might all just get satisfied before the sex even comes in. Or we might make a move to have sex. How many minutes, how many hours can you last having sex? So yes, the foreplay, the sex toys are just there to help you relieve that stress you were supposed to go through, trying to harder, and you kill yourself in the process. The sex toy is there to help you in the foreplay. So yes, it's very necessary that your sex toys are brought into the picture from the beginning and maybe till the end.
Okay, so would you say are there any like potential risks or drawbacks to use when you use sex toys?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you ever get scared of opening your fridge or freezer once in a while? Do you get scared of using your electric stoves and all of that once in a while?
Hmm.
Like your mind is safe to shock you. I feel like it happens with sex toys too for some persons. I don't know about anybody else. I feel like it happens with me sometimes. I will tell you that thing is shocking me. It's not shocking me at that moment, but there is this mentality that once you put in something like that that has that level of. So yes, these are some risks. First of all, you should not use. You should not take any. Sex toys come as waterproofs nowadays, right? So the ones that are not waterproofs, please keep them away from water so you don't shock yourself. Also, don't have your sex toy plugged in to current because you are using it, the thing died. The spirit is still there. Your sex toy is plugged to light. How do you people do this thing? How many lights do you come to this life with? Take it off. Allow it charge. Be touching yourself while you're waiting for it. When it's done, continue from where you stopped. Right? Again, some persons Peace said something earlier, and I would want to right now personally want to debunk that. Toys that are meant for a particular purpose, please use them for the purpose they are meant for. You have no business inserting a bullet into your vagina. What if you lost inside it? You might not even get lost. But the point is, This thing is tiny.
I beg, no vex. You said I said this.
No, I'll come back to what you said.
Okay, please come back to what I said.
I think it's about the one using the one
Yes.
also as a dildo.
It's okay to insert the one into you. When they made it, they told you it was for clit sense.
They did not say so.
Hold on, my dad.
Actually, all right.
Some persons are okay with inserting.
Finally, fight. I like to see it.
No, because let me hear this.
Inserting it into them. And I'll tell you that the head size of that thing will not go into everybody.
True.
So because my friend is using a clit stimulator into the vagina, does not mean I should try it too. It has a specific purpose. Some persons even try to insert the rose into them. It's okay to use the rose to stimulate your A spot, but the rose has no business with getting into your G spot. You want to kill yourself? See the size of a rose. Let me show you. This is a rose.
But some girls can take that line.
Take it at your own risk.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it's meant for. Have you not heard that people end up in the hospitals using sex toys? You are giving these men the privilege to say, oh, that is why I say she never use sex toy. You want to kill yourself? Or that the alcohol you are drinking can kill you too. Leave me alone. Okay? So, when you know the purpose of a sex toy, use it for that particular purpose. Always make sure that your sex toy is fully charged before you use it, so you don't get in the middle of it and you feel like plugging it to charge. There are lots of risks when it comes to using the sex toy. So, as careful as possible, enjoy yourself with pleasure and not pain.
Okay, you want to say something?
No, I have to say something at this point. She said that the purpose for this one vibrator is only for the clit. Now, me, I want to ask, is there any place where they said do not insert it in your vagina?
Okay, like I said, because peace has said a one can go into the vagina.
Yeah.
Right? Tomorrow, if someone hears that, someone who is not educated, someone who does not really know what that particular toy does, the person wants to get it because they also want it to go into their. It's big. I like it big. But what if the person is not capable enough to receive it? Once you say that, it's like preach the right message. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So when you say, I want to put this into me, it wouldn't work like that for everybody. It has a particular purpose. The fact that you want to use it for something else is your personal reason.
So for clarity,
Maybe I'm not having any.
I'm not.
No,
Wait.
She wants to clarify it now.
No, I just want to clarify because you made a point. Okay, I'm not going to be the face behind danger. All right. So for clarity, this is for your clit.
Awesome.
But
In case.
during the point where everywhere is wet, everywhere is sloppy, and then you feel like something needs to be there, you can. But to avoid danger, most of the time you should just buy another toy. Thank you very much. God bless you.
All right, so question. So, what are the safety things that we want? How do you take care of your sex toys? What are the? I know you mentioned about not plugging things in and everything, but what are the normal things? Because I know people tend to say that, oh, some like for example, guys like to buy sex toys for their girls, so that girls. And I know that sometimes people don't tend to wipe or whatever, and people maintenance and things like that. So how do you educate people about these kind of things, basically?
Clean it.
What do you use to clean it? What do you use to clean that?
After use. Now, Peace made mention of the fact that most of these toys are waterproof. That means you can wash it. You can use soap and water and wash it. After you use it, make sure that every time after use, you wash it. Second thing that I have learned is that while you're charging it, some people charge these things under their pillow, the way they charge their phones. Please keep it away from your bed when you're charging it. If it is possible, keep it on the floor when you're charging it. Thank you.
Okay, there's a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said they are girls. I will never be caught in the same room with such a man. You see that man, he can spread infection and he won't care.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You put something into one vagina.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind, the moment you bring it out, you wash it and you clean it and we are good to go. That's not safety measure. Get another. Let her come with, okay.
Yeah, but in the situation where they want to use the same toy.
Josh, don't put me inside any situation.
No, I'm asking a question. So what do you do?
No
Because if you, I'm assuming basically that there's also wipes and things and stuff and everything that you can do, like antibacterial things that you can use.
I have 1,001 vibrators in my house. The moment I want to have sex with somebody that is coming to my house, I'll wipe it and put in the person. It doesn't make any sense, sir. Okay? You don't use a condom and wash it because you are broke.
That's different, though.
We are saying the same thing.
No,
It's going
the
to
same
be the
thing.
same channel. You don't use a condom because I bought this condom for 2,000 naira. Why would I? It's studded, it's scenting, it's everything. Why would I use it once and throw it away? Wash it, rinse it, and dry it and use it again. Something is wrong with you. If you really feel like what gives you joy is what's your fantasy is using sex toy on ladies, you should have money to empower it. A broke man has no business having sex. Have money to empower yourself.
So just say broke people should not have sex. I mean.
See, let me tell you. If you
Broke
like buy bullets, 5,000, 10, very affordable vibrators, and share it with your babes. Because it doesn't make any sense that what went into this one person comes out of this person, slots into another person. It's not ending there.
And is intending to put another one in.
And you say you're a Casanova, you are broke. Bias, man. I have a friend that buys sex toys whenever he has to do with a new girl. It helps my pocket once in a while. And he understands that it is very okay. I one time was in a meeting, what's it called? A seminar. And then this lady kept saying, don't ever have sex with someone you don't know their status. It sounds expensive, right? But there's HPV, there is HIV, there is this, there is that, there is... The other video I watched, the lady was saying her husband used to have, injury by his mouth, but since she started giving him breast to suck, the injury is not... Madam, your husband has herpes. Where did he get it from? We don't know. So when it comes to things like this, you need to be cautious. You need to be careful. You need to practice safe sex. Again, with the cleaning, I will never advocate for using just the wipe to wash down the vibrator. Do you know where that thing is coming out from? Wash them, clean it. And even the pack you're putting it back into, make sure that pack is clean enough. Sanitize it if you have to. So when you put all of this in order, you don't have unnecessary itch in your vagina, and then you come back and you say you're looking for one aphrodisiac or one infection. Let's all just practice safe and clean sex. It will help a lot.
Okay, quite interesting. So next question, basically, how do cultural and societal attitudes influence the acceptance of usage of sex toys? Because I know, basically, especially this part of the world, basically, when they hear you have sex toy, they just look. Though I begin to notice that there's beginning to be an acceptance of use of sex toy. And nowadays, you go to parties, I have a sex toy stand there, and everybody's beginning to get that. Before they see you sex toy, like, just blood of Jesus, like what are you doing, that kind of thing. So, but basically, how do you think how do cultural and societal attitudes affect the influence and acceptance of sex toys? What would you say that in this aspect?
I can blindly count the number of guys in this room, roughly 5 to 6 guys, and I'll tell you that almost all of them, maybe 1 or 2 of them, are okay with sex toys. The rest of them cannot just wait to get behind the camera and bash us for talking about sex toys. Does it mean it is wrong? Does it mean it is right? There's a lot to it, okay? So I remember the very first time in 2023, I think somewhere around June, that was the first time 2022, I can't remember right now, but that was the first time I came out for an open event. It was an outdoor event, and I got a stand. And my stand was filled with toys. I sold only one toy. Oh no, it was really heartbreaking because I paid so much money to get that stand. I sold just one toy. Guess how I sold it? At
Secret.
At some point when the event was beginning to look like it was coming to an end and I've not sold any toy, I took my toys and I went into the crowd. So I was working from one person to the other, everyone sex and go for bill. Sophia, Holy Ghost fire. There was one particular girl, her friends bashed it, she didn't say a word. So I was stepping out, I went to drop my toys, and this event cannot end without me enjoying myself. So I came back with my friend, and we were vibing, screaming at the stage, and making all of those sounds we were making. And then someone walks up to me and says, "Were you the lady with the toy?" I'm like, "Yes." I said, "Please, that one you were holding, the rabbit, I want it. But here's what you will do. You will type your account number on my phone, like you're typing your phone number. Then I will send you money, and then you pack it and meet me outside." I'm not kidding. I sold that toy outside the venue. Why? Because the moment I got to her table, her friends had an issue with it. It made her to hold herself back. So I learned. I learned that I could have a stand and I'll walk up to anybody, have a normal conversation and bring sex toy into it. So yes, last year December, there was another event away from this vicinity where I had to go sample again. And I can't tell you how many toys I sold that day. I almost sold out. Why? Because I've understood that if you try to have this conversation in a room filled with people that are against it, the people who are in love with it will literally just stay in their. I've almost never heard that the people who love sex toys win a conversation. It's different with me anyway. I'm waiting for as many guys as possible.
Yeah.
I will give it to them if they want it.
We're waiting.
It's very hard for someone who is not enlightened, someone who just wants to experience it, to win such an argument. Doesn't mean the person should stay covered. It's like pastor will say, close your eyes for an altar call, so that people that want to come, you will not see them. So that you don't judge them for giving their lives to Christ now or use it against them. I feel like it's the same thing with sex toys. We're not there yet. But I have a feeling that we're getting to a level where people will begin to accept these things. For some persons, it's a sexual fantasy. So because my sexual fantasy is using a toy with my boyfriend, and my boyfriend does not like it, doesn't mean I should cheat on him. Doesn't mean I should use this toy without his knowledge. Keep talking about it. Maybe one day he will change. But since we're on camera and I'm that one person that would always advocate for people who like things like that, madam, get yourself a toy. That is why there are toys now that come in disguise. I don't know why we don't have anyone here. Yes, I have one here. Let me show you. Ever heard about a dolphin?
A dolphin? Mm-hmm. Okay.
This looks like one.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
This is a dolphin vibrator. There is a lipstick vibrator. There is a makeup. I came with a makeup brush vibrator. Why can't I find it?
So, what does that do? What does that do?
This is for the clit. It's battery powered, so you put your battery inside and then it comes on. A makeup vibrator is totally. The moment you see it, you would think that you are looking at a makeup brush. Okay, there are two types of makeup vibrators. There is a makeup vibrator that works with a battery, and then there is the other makeup vibrator. I came with the both of them anyway for the purpose of this. This one is battery powered, right? So you open up, put your battery in, and you are good to go. Now look at this. Tell me, if you see this anywhere, and someone tells you I have a vibrator, would you believe the person?
No. But what is that like? What's that like?
Josh might not be okay with his girlfriend having a vibrator, and she likes it. Baby girl, buy a makeup brush. Make your face up with it if you want to. He would have no idea.
So where's the vibrator?
Yeah. Basically, if you can get all of these things that is different. Okay, let me just get a battery and show you how this one works. Always, when you have to use a vibrator that does not belong to you, any sex toy that does not belong to you, it's advised you wear a glove because it's going into someone's body. So if you don't do it right, you might just be an agent of germs into the person's body. So allow me for a second to get my gloves right. Yes, that's it. Oh Lord, have mercy on me.
Take your time.
I think I'm there. So let me have the battery. So just drop it in.
Like this?
No, the other way around. I think no. The way you were about to put it, I think that's it. Thank you.
Slide it in, yeah.
Yes, it went right in.
Right in there, yeah.
The middle of the center. That is sweet in the middle. Now, you know why I like this guy? I wish I had something to demonstrate with, but
what would you want to use? Water?
I wish I had water.
There's water here. Actually, you want to use? You want a cup?
Okay, so let me just do this for. Thank you very much. That's a perfect cup. Thank you. So, I need you to go off for a second so I can see what I want to say first. I don't know the right way to say it.
You're smiling, is like.
But I can tell you for free, this is one of the best vibrators I know. Because it is so sleek and beautiful. Watch this. This is a battery-powered vibrator, and if you listened earlier, I did say battery vibrators are not always as active as the rechargeable. I wish I got the rechargeable one for you. The vibration level is way madder than this, but this one has just one level of vibration. The other one has almost 10 levels of vibration, and it does the job for you. Who would believe that a makeup brush can vibrate in this life? So yes, basically, if you're someone who likes adventure and you're in a relationship with someone like Josh, who only
Why are you using Josh
But
now?
actually,
Why are you using Josh?
but just
Why can't you
to
why
be
can't you say
fair,
Peter or John or why is it Josh you're using?
no, no, okay, later.
yeah.
Yeah, better.
Okay, success because I mean they're just amazing in a different way. But I mean, if you're dating someone who has an issue with you living your life to the fullest, let me be that sex toy vendor. Let me borrow Josh's words for some seconds. Let me be that sex toy vendor that will tell you, come to me, I'll give you the one that he wouldn't even know what it is. While we're on this conversation, do you know there are some men, yeah? I feel like what is wrong with them when it comes to sex toys is their ego. They feel like it will mess up something. Sex toys do not replace anybody. Sex toys are there as enhancers. You could take something to have sex with your babe. Would you tell her you have taken something? You probably will not be able to do that. But you want to fire, and kill her. If she tells you tomorrow, babe, there's this thing somebody told me, oh, it will make me wetter. Would you accept? Excuse me, at that point, I feel like the man's ego is threatened. That's the same thing that happens when sex toy is brought into the conversation. Sex toys will not come into your relationship and steal your place. No, that's not why it's there. It's for me. If I were a man and my woman tells me she wants a sex toy, oh Lord have mercy. I'll tell you 1,001 ways to enjoy this. Have you ever had this fantasy where you want to just sit in the room and watch your babe fuck herself? You can do that with a sex toy. Watch her do it. It will help you come. It will help you get you in the mood. It is not what you did yesterday that you're coming to do tomorrow. It is different. Babe, let's have a threesome. Who will be the third person? A guy or a lady? How about a sex toy? Yes. I don't have to use it on you because you might not like it. But use it on me. Hear me moan louder than I would have moaned just your getting into me. A woman takes a longer time to hit satisfaction. A man can get satisfied in 5 minutes. He's there. It's not like that with us. That's where we are starting. We are not even wet yet. You have come. Why? I say you. That's where fucking comes in. That's where sex toy comes in. So if the sex toy is introduced into the relationship and your lady takes a longer time to get satisfied, okay? The best way or the easiest, how do they say that thing? The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Have you ever eaten a woman's food cooked with love or satisfaction?
You know Sabi cook, no Sabi cook, sha.
No talk that thing.
You know Sabi
Who
cook.
sabi cook? Fit cook pass wetin im dey cook.
Mm.
Because see, there's something amazing about sex that if you pay attention to it, sex is not just put it here and take it out. There is that feeling that you are exchanging. There is that connection you are exchanging with somebody. If that connection is worth it, how about we stay in that moment and make it worth it? Please bring sex into that relationship. It will not scatter. It will not take away your pride as a man. It will not replace you as a man. But it might just help your relationship get better.
Yeah, running up basic. What would you say? What would you say is the what role do communication and consent play with introducing sex toys? Like, if someone wants to introduce sex toys into their like relationships or into their sex life or into whatever it is, how do you communicate this to your partner? I know you mentioned about whatever, like, especially with someone who's hard to understand that. How would you say basically how would you try to get consent? How would you try to involve that part into your relationship or into your own personal sex life or into your own personal whatever basically? Yeah.
If there's anything that experience has taught me, there's no easy way to have that conversation with somebody. If you're dating somebody that does not like sex, you would know at some point, or somebody that would not accept the topic, oh, I want to have a sex toy, I want to use a sex toy during our sexual intercourse, you would know. So at that point, this is where I think these secretive looking sex toys come in. You get one without the person's consent. There's no, if you have to do it. And if you have a conversation, maybe at first you can have a conversation about it, and the person goes ahead and says, "Oh, I don't like it. I don't want it." But in your own heart of hearts, you know that this particular conversation, I'm still going to do what is mine. You get it. And what I'm saying in essence is that if you are this type of adventurous person who wants to explore in bed, and you're dating somebody that is not like that, I feel like you're in the wrong relationship. So if I has to end the relationship for you to be happy and satisfied, go ahead. There's a person for everybody. You as a man, you don't like sex toys. You meet a lady that doesn't like sex toys as well. You guys can meet, have fun, and continue your relationship. Leave people to do what they want to do. So if you're with somebody that likes this thing and you don't like it, and you have that conversation, I think it is best you just end the whole thing and, meet who is what's that word, compatible with you.
Okay. What about you? What do you think about it?
Well, I like the way she started by saying there's no easier way to have this conversation. For me, I don't think the conversation is always necessary. I have this friend, very married. You know, herself and her husband they share a lot. And then one day she goes, "Please, I'd like to have a sex toy." I'm like, "Is your husband aware?" She says, "What?" He won't like the idea. Now, this is marriage already. If I was in a relationship with a man that does not like a sex toy, I wouldn't be in that relationship. He said something. Know who works for you, know what works for you. If at the end of the day, I'm in a relationship with someone who likes spontaneity and I am an introvert, that relationship would almost not work.
Very true.
Right? If I end up getting married to someone who is way introverted than I am, it means I'll begin to hide and hoard a lot of things just so that relationship can stay afloat. And I don't think it's healthy for anybody. If you are the kind of person that likes to talk about things, feel free to talk about it with your partner. But know the kind of person you're in a relationship with. If you're in a relationship with Josh and Josh does not like sex, don't tell me.
I like the way you add Josh into
Why
this
you guys
because
putting
it's a
Josh in
very
this
good
thing?
example.
If Josh is someone who does not like sex toys, by the time we are done with this conversation, he will change.
Exactly.
So
Learn.
if you're in a
Learn.
relationship with someone who is not on the same frequency with you and talking about it will only ruin your relationship, please talk to me. That's why I'm training to be a sex therapist so I can put you in the right path and set you off.
Okay. So in conclusion, anything guys you want to say before we end the conversation from what you guys said?
You know that moment when baby are glowing? I am. It's because you love me. It's not true. She has just destroyed herself on the inside before she came outside.
Oh my God.
Just what works for you. However.
All right. What do you have to say, peace?
Well,
In summary.
in summary,
Mm-hmm.
don't allow anybody, especially like Josh.
Wait. What's
Especially
this?
like Josh.
What's this Josh?
Stop him
What's
from
this Josh
getting
thing
a
coming?
sex-
What's this Josh?
If you're dating somebody like dump him. Dump him and find Emeka will support you.
I was giving you a free knuckle to.
But jokes aside, if you're dating somebody that just brings you down, especially when you're a sexual person, you like adventures, you like doing this. You're dating somebody that doesn't allow you to shine in that aspect, please, for your own mental health, just leave it. Not everything is for you, and not everything has to be for you, especially that your partner. So please drop him and explore as much as you can, because we only live once, Abby. So imagine how sad you are when you know you want to be doing more, but the person you're with is not allowing you to do more. So anyways, that's all I have to say. Bye.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Even though you guys were trying to either use my name as the anti-sex sex toy protest, whatever.
Yeah, not
Okay, but it's all right. But it's all right.
On the other segment.
It's all right. Nobody knows what's happening off camera, so I'll leave the talk here. But I appreciate you guys for being on the show. It was really interesting that you guys came and actually shared your opinion. And for those of you who are watching, basically, have any questions, you have any feedback, basically, that you would like to share, you'd like to ask, or things that or your personal experience you would like to be part of, feel free, basically, to actually just, comment on the comment sections. And obviously, your plugs, basically, we have Drip, and we also have sexy corner. What do you say? Peace corner. What do you call it? What's it?
Kinky
Kinky corner. Kinky
corner.
corner, basically, and they'll be able to deliver any kind of like goods or also give you advice, basically, on all these things that we've talked about. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope everything was good. And basically, and for those of you who want to follow us, please follow us on YouTube, our YouTube channel, J Squad Entertainment, and also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and also Mr. J Squad if you want to personally get in or be part of my show. And hope to see you guys again. I hope you enjoyed this show. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye.